projects for widening of Illinois 21. That meeting that I talked to you about a few falls ago, when all the elected officials got together, I worked very closely with Mayor Harger, the mayors in Gurnee, Roger Byrne in Vernon Hills, and lobbying my county colleagues to make sure that Illinois 21, that we could get that from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. If you've ever tried to come through that area during rush hour, you know the tremendous backup there. So it's going to be a ways away, but it's at least we're one of the few counties that throughout the state that have all these plans in place. So when this money becomes available, we hope to be able to be there soon thereafter. Now, like I said, this has just been went to committee yesterday. It was presented. It'll go next week to the Public Works Committee. It'll come to the Finance Committee that week, and hopefully we'll be approving it during June. But there, in the 5-year projects, we've got a time frame to do like some long-term ready projects, 50 million of those. We've got short-term ramp-up of 89 million, and the bond component is 100 million, and the total will be $239.9 million. So I'm hoping that we can get most of this done before the inflation that we've been experiencing has been hitting so much and hampering some of the work we could get done. I also want to give you an update on Butterfield Road. We've all been seeing that. If you'll remember, a lot of the funding from that came when Greg's Landing was approved. And we have to thank our Department of Transportation people and our administrator and the county board that negotiated a lot of developer dollars that went into expanding Butterfield Road. That's been going on since the early 90s, and we're hoping to see an actual completion soon. I drove there yesterday and thought, my gosh, it seems like forever since they've been working. But the 3 traffic signals have been turned on. They're waiting for Peter Baker to give us the start date of the paving for the final surface, and it may begin next week. What they're doing right now is they're cutting the manholes out, they're cutting butt joints, and the prime paving will start at 137 and go south. It'll take about a week. But we're hoping that the crews that are currently working on the underground pipe work crossing Butterfield Road, that this will be completed soon, and then they can finish. So that, I think, will make a huge difference. It's a nice project that's going to make a difference, I think, for Libertyville.
I just want to know, why is it that they start all these projects and they close off all these roads and change the lanes into either 2 or 1, and there's nobody working there? I just don't get it.
A lot of times it is like this. We're waiting for some utility. A lot of times, I know at 176 right out here, we waited forever for the phone company. You don't know if it's Comcast gas, it's moving utilities sometimes. It's when Peter Baker, when this other work will be done, and then Peter Baker will come, but maybe he's got some other huge contracts somewhere else, and he gets delayed. I must admit, it is terribly frustrating, and this year is particularly bad with all the tollway bridges, the lane closures there, plus the tollway. I frankly don't, it's not only the price of gas, it's the construction that wants keeping me home. I only go visit my grandchildren, frankly, is what I'm doing.
I have a question. Do you give